I thought I had lost my faith. Lost and weary, I stumbled upon this community with a heart heavy with doubt. But then, like a beacon of hope, Matthew 11:28 resounded within me. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. That's exactly what I found here, a sanctuary where prayers are whispered, tears are shared, and burdens are lifted through the power of faith. The problems that once loomed large haven't disappeared, but knowing that the Almighty, who holds the universe in His hands, walks beside me changes everything. It's the collective prayers of my brothers and sisters, their unwavering love for both God and humanity, that fortify my spirit. And how ingenious was Jesus to distill the weighty 10 Commandments into 2 simple directives. In Matthew 20:37-40, He reveals the heart of God's law. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind, and equally, love your neighbor as yourself. These 2 principles encompass the essence of righteousness and compassion. Yet, even in my awareness of sin and unworthiness, I echo the humility of the centurion from Matthew 8:8. Lord, I am not worthy for you to enter my home, but only say the word, and I and my family will be saved. In my imperfection, I grasp onto the boundless love and grace that you offer. May your word ignite within me, igniting a fire of transformation and renewal. In your unfathomable mercy, shower us with your saving grace, that we may journey in the radiance of your presence, forever changed and forever grateful. I was baptized as an infant, but I've never really been religious up until now. Got a tumor diagnosed, so started going to the church to speak to God. I asked Him to protect the people I care for, keep my single mother strong, and help me with my tumor. I did this fairly regularly, maybe 2x a month. I later was noticed that the tumor was non-cancerous. I have underwent many surgeries with huge risks near the brain. All have turned out excellent. I know He has a plan for me. He has always known my goals, and I speak to Him often. My go-to church that I today try to attend 1x a week is an incredible safe space to me, God's house. I speak to the Lord like a friend. I know He is my best friend, and the one and only that'll always stick by me, and always love me regardless, and that He always has truly been. But it's still unusual, and I feel like I don't know Him all that well yet. On a conversation level, I think it's beautiful how I have finally found Him. I feel so much stronger knowing He's constantly by my side. I have always had a terrible sugar addiction, and I asked Him a week and a half ago for His support on that. Roughly 2 days later, my sugar cravings stopped. Haven't touched it since. I will never push my religion onto anyone except for being open with mine, and to wear my cross and regularly attend church. But if I recognize someone being in the shoes I were in, I'll always recommend speaking to my best friend, our best friend. Thank you. How I found my way back to God. Hi, I'm a 31-year-old guy who quite recently found my way back to God. For many years, I've been an agnostic, and I've been debating with myself about God's existence. One day when at work, I just had the feeling that I should put my faith in Him. The feeling was strong, so I dropped what I did and started to pray. I prayed for forgiveness for turning my back on Him, thanked Him for helping me find my way back to Him, and asked Him to please take me back. Tears rolled down my cheeks, but it felt good, like I found a missing piece. Since that day, I started to pray every night before bed, and I listen to the Bible every day. It's something I feel I want, something I need anyway. 4 days after I found my way back, my father had to go to the hospital, and he's been in and out of the hospital for about 7 to 8 months now, more in than out. I kept praying. Every day I prayed for my father's health. To be able to turn to God helped me more than I understand myself. It's been really tough seeing my dad so sick, but to be able to lean on God in times like that. I've never felt that kind of support. As I said, I kept praying every day that my father would get better, that the doctors would find what's wrong, and now they have. My dad is back home, and he's going to be okay. I don't know exactly what I want with this post. I want to share my experience with the world, but it's hard to put into text. I'm convinced that my dad got better because of God, and that I could handle myself a lot better during that time thanks to, and only to, God. Everything feels a lot better now, like my life actually has a meaning. At times I feel bad though. I do my best to keep away from sin, but it's hard. I keep stumbling over and over. I keep falling back, and that makes me feel unworthy. But it also gives me a drive to better myself.